I'm about to share with you one of the most powerful tools that I've used in my life. It's radically changed my life in terms of reprogramming my subconscious mind and taking my life, my business, my career, my health, my habits, my behaviors, and all this great stuff to a whole new level. Okay, let's get started. Hey superstar, it's Gavin here from Wake Up Fulfilled. Welcome back to my channel. I'm a subconscious mind specialist. I help people reprogram their subconscious identity, their subconscious personality, so that they can create the reality that they want automatically without willpower. Oh yes. So leave a comment below with an affirmation or affirmation so that you're continually reprogramming your subconscious mind. My videos, you're not just passively watching, but you're engaging and experiencing reprogramming over time as you watch my daily videos. And we offer a free subconscious mind diagnosis session at neutralityshifting.com. There'll be a link in the description where you can go check that out. So in that diagnosis session, you'll find out what's going on inside your subconscious mind and what's holding you back from getting to the next level in your life, your business, your career, and much more. We're going to be talking about the power of neuro-linguistic programming, otherwise known as NLP, neuro-linguistic programming. Now, the founder to NeuroLinguistic Programming is that of Richard Bandler, and he has a co-founder as well, and you can go look into that. He has loads of books on NLP and neuro-linguistic programming and stuff like this. However, what I want you to be aware of is a lot of neuro-linguistic programming that's out there on the internet and stuff like this is surface level, like neuro-linguistic programming. It gets really, really deep and really, really complex, and there's so much to learn in this particular area. For example, someone who has ADD or attention deficit disorder, they can get neuro-linguistic programming from a specialist that specializes in that particular area to help with attention deficit disorder. You see how that works? And so it can help someone speak better or shift, the stuttering. Tony Robbins has helped people with stuttering. He is someone who used to know Richard Bandler, and he actually learned neuro-linguistic programming from Richard Bandler, as far as I know, but he changed the wording to neuro-associative conditioning. He changed it around, and now he has big events and, UPW and Date with Destiny, but it all stems from this technology right here called neuro-linguistic programming. So when it comes to Tony Robbins, a lot of his works around neuro-linguistic programming, using your body, engaging your body, and all of this stuff. And I'm going to share with you something really powerful just right out the gate. Something that I used to do in sales. When I used to do marketing and stuff like this online, I used to make sales pitches. And I just want to show you an example of how deep neuro-linguistic programming can go and how you may be being programmed by people and not even realizing that you're being programmed by people. All right, so I'm going to say a sentence and I want you to notice what I'm saying, okay? So I'm not asking you to take out your credit card and buy whatever I'm selling, okay? So in that sentence was an embedded command. I told you to do something without telling you to do something, okay? So I said, I'm going to say it again. I'm not asking you to take out your credit card and buy whatever I'm selling, okay? So some of you may have noticed it the second time, okay? I'm not asking you to take out your credit card and buy whatever I'm selling, okay? So the subconscious mind works in a really powerful way, but it's crazy. It doesn't understand the not. It doesn't understand everything before the not. So I am not, right, asking you to take out your credit card and buy whatever I'm selling. All right? Did you notice that? I'm not asking you. So let's move that aside. The subconscious mind's not listening to that. All it's listening to is take out your credit card and buy whatever I'm selling. All right? I'm not asking you to take out your credit card and buy whatever I'm selling. So with this, it's an embedded command. And people use this in hypnosis. People use this in NLP, where they can speak something into your subconscious mind without you realizing that something's going into your subconscious mind. And so when you're listening or you're reading something, it looks as if you're reading something on the surface level, but in actuality, there's something deeper behind that that is programming your subconscious mind. And so it's bypassing the conscious mind and directly going into the subconscious mind. And this is what I help people shift with. I speak to them on the phone, I speak the language that their subconscious mind understands, and I completely shift them into a completely different person, and they don't even realize what I'm doing sometimes. And so this is how powerful neuro-linguistic programming can be. In neuro-linguistic programming, one doesn't necessarily need to dive into their past and their history and all their pains and all this stuff and actually feel it and do all this stuff. With neuro-linguistic programming, you can shift someone's life without knowing much about them. It's really, really powerful. And in fact, Richard Bandler, the creator of NeuroLinguistic Programming, he hates listening to people's stories. He's like, don't waste my time with me understanding your story. He can shift your entire life literally by knowing nothing about you. It's so powerful. So when it comes to the mind, we have to understand that it's just one big blob of memory. It's just a big blob of memory. Just like you got a hard drive in your computer or the memory, the RAM on your computer, that can be cleared, right? You can delete everything off your hard drive, right? You can format your hard drive. Or even when it comes to, you know, the memory card that you put in a camera, the SD card, you can format that, right? And get rid of all the information and all the videos and all the pictures on the memory card, right? You can do this pretty much the same with your mind. The only difference with your mind is that you're not actually deleting it, you're changing your association to it. You're changing the way you perceive that particular memory. And so when I get on a call with people, sometimes they have these traumas that they've been going through for years and they feel it and it's painful and all of this stuff. And after one session, they feel completely neutral to it. And sometimes I take them to the point where they're laughing at the past. They can't help but laugh. As soon as they think about it, they start laughing, right? And they totally got rid of that trauma. So a memory has been remembered in a particular way and it's running around in your mind constantly. Oh, right? It's running around in your mind. And then what you can do with neuro-linguistic programming is you can change what that movie is in your mind. You can change the memory, right? When you can change your memories, you can change your life. When you can change the way that you see your memories, you can change your life. Because now you completely become a different person. You're no longer thinking of that trauma or that past pain or whatever it is in the same way. You're thinking of it as in a new way. And so it's no longer sort of holding you back, the chains of the past. You're not pulling this stuff along with you. And so the way you feel emotionally to it, the way you're thinking about it is completely different because you've given it a different perspective. You've literally altered the memory to something else. You've changed the memory to something else. So another example of this is if you got a file on your computer, you got a Word document on your computer, right? What can you do with that document? You can actually go and rename the document, right? Let's say you named it Gavin, right? You can rename the document to James, for example. And so that's basically what you're doing. You're changing, the way something's perceived. And so when you change the way something's perceived, it's no longer affecting you in the same way. And so everything that you've learned up until now is conditioning. Everything that you've learned up until now is just memory. It's just memory. And it's funny because this could be the good or the bad. Let's say you want to change a good memory. I don't know why you would want to do that, but you can do that. You can change the way you perceive something. For example, in the past, I was able to travel to the Maldives. But when I was there, I was actually quite depressed. I had anxiety, and for some reason, I was feeling emotionally numb. And so what I can do, which I haven't done, by the way, this just came to my mind just now. What I can do is I can go back to that memory and change it. I can change it to feel positive and feel amazing. And now it's going to make me operate in a different way when it comes to traveling and going on holidays. It might make me feel different about traveling. All right, so you can change any memory. Memories are just memories. They're just data files. They're files within your mind, and you can change the files. Just like you can rename a file on a computer, you can rename the file in your mind. And you can look at it a different perspective and give it a different energy and give it a different dynamic where you're no longer feeling it the same way that you would. And so we have to understand that everything up until now has been stored in your subconscious mind. Things happened in life and they've become a part of your memory. And they're just there, they're just there. They're in your body, they're in your mind, and you have the ability to go in there and rewire it, change it, adapt it, recondition it. When I went to a Richard Bandler event, the way that he defined neuro-linguistic programming is that it's basically how to think. It's the instruction manual on how to think. All right, so if you want to learn how to think, because a lot of us, we just think incorrectly. We think incorrectly, and we've never been given an instruction manual on how to use our brain. So that's what he defined it as. So neuro obviously stands for your neural nets, your neuropsychology, right? Linguistic stands for the language, right? The language and the code, so to speak, for your brain. And programming is you get to program your way in a certain way to be a different person to who you was before, So ultimately, you're creating new outcomes in your life, whether that's new feelings, new actions, new behaviors, new ways of thinking. All of these things can change for you. And what you can do is you can shift yourself to the point where you've now shifted your personality. And Dr. Joe Dispenza says, when you change your personality, you change your personal reality. And so you can shift yourself to the point where you've become a completely new person. And now you're creating a completely new reality. You're going in a completely new direction in your life. So someone who is introverted can become more extroverted. Someone who's shy can become extremely confident. Someone who's unproductive and procrastinating can become someone that likes taking action and loves taking action. Non-resistant. You can change pretty much anything with neuro-linguistic programming. It's a very deep topic. For me, I specialize in basically helping people take action on what it is that they really want to take action on, eliminating anxieties, eliminating traumas, and anything holding them back from being at their fullest potential. So that's basically neuro-linguistic programming in a nutshell. It's basically a way of understanding the language of your mind and really attuning your mind to be in alignment of how you would prefer to be. All right. Very, very powerful stuff. Okay. So that's about it for this video. We offer a free subconscious mind diagnosis session at neutralityshifting.com. There's a link in the description where you can go get the free subconscious diagnosis session and find out what's going on within your subconscious mind. And that's about it. So keep learning, keep growing, keep expanding, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.